Until you've had a delivery of a parcel to your neighbour who then claims not to have received it, you won't understand just how much difficulty this can cause you, both with your neighbour and with the retailer in sorting it out in the first place. Because if you declare that you've got a safe place to leave it in the shed or behind the fence or with a neighbour, and then for whatever reason it isn't delivered or gets stolen, you're going to really struggle going back to the retailer to get them to repair or replace it. This is going to leave you in a very difficult position with having a discussion with your neighbour as to whether or not it really was delivered and they've just kept it. Because if it is delivered and they just keep it, then it's not going to be the retailer's fault and you've got no choice but to go to the police about it. But how you're going to prove that it was delivered to your neighbour is going to come down to delivery proof from the retailer that they did in fact deliver it to your neighbour. But then of course you're going to have this very awkward conversation with your neighbour, even reporting them to police if necessary, because that's the only recourse you're going to have. Of course, many big retailers are going to help you and just send you out a replacement, but this is certainly not guaranteed. And many of the smaller outlets are not likely to just send you out a replacement, particularly if it's expensive. So what about the situation where you get a package that is damaged? Well, if the package comes and it's damaged, one thing you could do is just reject it out of hand if it's really badly damaged, because if the package is really badly damaged, it's likely the contents are going to be really badly damaged as well. So at best, you could take the delivery, but mark on it that it's not inspected and the packaging has been damaged. And I would also say, as I often say, it's all about the evidence. So take photographs, take a video of you opening the package. So if you do open it and it is damaged, when you open it, this is going to serve as some kind of evidence that it was damaged before it came to you. Also, if it is the wrong item that's been delivered to you, then you do have the right to a replacement, but this is going to be far easier if you've got evidence that it's the wrong thing that's been delivered, such as a film or a photograph of you opening the box. So over the last year or two, most couriers are now not asking for signatures on delivery, and you might be tempted to just leave it with a neighbour or a safe place and have this false assumption that you're going to be safe because all the rules have changed. But overall, the rules still remain the same, and you might find yourself in this very awkward conversation with your neighbour if you have something delivered there and then actually you have no sight of it, but the retailer insists that it's been delivered as per your instructions. I bring this video up because I'm waiting for a delivery and I noticed that the section on safe place was pre-filled with leave with a neighbour, which I wouldn't do, not least of which because I don't want to burden my neighbours with my deliveries, but also this item is actually relatively expensive, so I wouldn't want to burden them with something expensive in case it does go missing and it's the retailer or the courier's fault, because I don't want to have that awkward conversation with neighbours. So as always, please do share this with someone that you know does do this regularly, because eventually they're going to get caught out. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.